here and tell you, unless you're ready to deal with the core stuff, it's going to repeat the behavior because the mindset has never been transformed. So one of the things that God does is kind of like my grandmother used to do. Baby, this going to hurt me more than it hurts you. And I used to sit there and say, well, it sure must be hurting you because it sure is hurting me. God's got to hurt you because pain is what shifts you. And when the rain comes, the rain is coming to bring the pain. So a lot of us don't want to deal with the pain.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's saying, I cannot move you because the pain is not falling, and so you'll continue to repeat. Do you know that in a lot of our churches we'll go and imitate every church? And then we keep seeing the same behavior after the same behavior after the same behavior. The reason that we keep saying the same behavior is because we never looked beyond the surface. We never dealt with what was really going on. So now we are imitators rather than understanding who God has called us to be. We imitating them because we want rewards rather than understanding that God has positioned us in a community, in a place, in a job, in a situation so that we might bring some healing to some folks who right now, in the text, it starts talking about the structures that have been set up. And the reason that we are in the predicament that we are in is because the system and the church has become another part of that system that exploits us rather than empowers us to be free. Listen to it. He comes up with these 5 things. Listen to it. He says, its princes within it are like roaring lions tearing the prey. They have devoured human lives. They have taken treasure and precious things. They have made many widows within. Do you know right now? They have taken everything that we have and won't leave us enough to live on. These are the folks that we elected. And they are still turning around and telling us that we ought not have enough to survive. And so many of us are leaving out of here when we go to church, when we go on our jobs. We are hopeless, we feel helpless, we feel lost, we feel loveless, and all of a sudden we just give up on everything. That's the reason why the text starts talking about they rip, not just they rip you physically, they rip your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, your longings. They rip it out of it. And so now you're walking around a shell of yourself.